What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? That was a decent clap. It hurt. We haven't done this in a while. Get down in the comments. Rate the clap on a scale of 1 to 10. How was the clap? Anyway, today we're going to talk about how I am slowly becoming a FUD. We have this Kimber lightweight 1911. And I'm going to tell you a quick story about it before I get into it. So I'm getting ready for hiking season. With the family and I love going up to New Hampshire and hiking. And in the unlikely event I come across an angry mama bear or something like that, an angry two-legged creature, I wanted to have a convenient way of carrying that's not belt carry, that doesn't get away in my backpack, and something that has a little more oomph than 9mm. And while I decide what 10mm 1911 I want to buy, my coworker Antonio let me borrow this Kimber lightweight 1911 chambered in 45 ACP. I liked it a lot more than I expected I was going to, so I said let's turn the camera on and do a very, very quick video on this lightweight Kimber 1911. It's a fairly standard 1911. It's a fairly affordable 1911. The two biggest things that stand out, one is going to be the lightweight. It has an aluminum frame, only weighs 28 ounces, so it's a great candidate for belt carry. If you want to belt carry a 1911, whether it be inside or outside the waistband, this would not be a bad option if you are a 1911 kind of guy. The other big thing is going to be the color. Now this color is not available on the Kimber website. It was a limited run. They're still out there. You can still find them. Currently they are available in black, stainless, and shadow. Shadow is kind of like a half black, half stainless mix up. It looks really sharp as well. This FDE is a cerakote color. Again, if you look around, you can still find them. But I loved the color. I like the weight. It's shot decent, and here we go. All right, magazines are very standard 1911 magazines. No big deal. They hold 7+1. They only come with one magazine, I read. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I read. But I tried several different brand 1911 mags in there, and they all worked well, except for this one 10-round magazine. Now, I only have one 10-round magazine, so I don't know if it's the mag, the gun, the combination, whatever. But just so you know, loading the first round, sometimes on this 10-round magazine, the gun didn't like it. It didn't work. They were not friends. Again, the frame is aluminum. That's one of the reasons it is less expensive. No, lighter weight. Your slide is still steel, the barrel is still steel, so I wouldn't worry about anything going boom boom. The grips are standard 1911 replaceable grips. The ones you see on here now are aftermarket grips from Pachmayr. The aftermarket Pachmayr grips are great texture. The back strap has some very good texture. Standard 1911 grip safety, nothing really different or crazy to talk about. The grip handles that came with it, these Kimber brand ones as well, that I think look pretty sharp. But again, one of the beautiful parts of a 1911 is how you can customize the grip and make it look exactly how you want. Magazine release, nothing really to write home about or talk about. It's in the typical 1911 spot, drops them freely, no issues with the magazine release. Trigger. The trigger is pretty good for a 1911 of this price. It has like very little take up till you get to the wall. The wall feels good. It's light. It's crisp. It's great. The reason I say it's a decent trigger, the reset could be considered a tiny bit long for a 1911, but I'm being super nitpicky here, boys and girls. It's a good, solid trigger for a 1911 that's sub $1,000. As always, we're going to take that 5-second break. You're going to get up close and personal so you can see, smell, hear, taste, sniff that trigger. I'll be right back. I won't be overly picky. The trigger is a respectable trigger for a sub $1,000, significantly sub $1,000 1911. Safeties are fine. I already talked about the grip safety. I didn't have any problems actuating the grip safety. It was good. The manual safety, very tactile, very audible. I'm sure you can hear that. It's strong side only, so you lefty folks are bumming. You cannot get it in ambi. I'm sure a gunsmith could make it ambi, but it does not come that way. The slide stop, slide release, I'm going to call it a slide stop because the 1911 is fine. It's in the normal spot. It's very, very small, so it's not going to snag on anything, but if you choose to use it as a release, God forbid the 1911 guys will kill you, but if you choose to, it is very, very small. But no issue. This particular 1911 does not have a rail, no big deal. A lot of 1911s don't. Again, the slide is steel, which is good for durability. The serrations are okay. I wish they were a little bit more aggressive, especially with a 45 ACP 1911. There's a little bit of mass there, and if you don't have the best grip strength, it may be an issue, but they're angled to the rear. They have front and rear serrations, so I will say these serrations are decent. Sights are very nice. Kimber did a great job with the sights. The typical 1911 sights, they're dovetailed in. The front is a very bright red fiber optic, very, very easy for my eyes to pick up. The rear has 2 white dots, and I was wondering what it's going to be like to see the 2 white dots in the rear and the red in the front. No problem, no issues. My eyes picked them up really well. The rear sight also has some serrations for glare. Is that really a thing? I don't know, but they're there. There is no ledge for one-handed manipulations, and it is a fixed sight. It's not an adjustable sight, but again, this is a budget-friendly 1911, so we'll give it a pass on that. No optics cut on this particular one, and I know you 1911 purists are going to hate me for saying this, but every gun should have an optics cut, even a 1911. Should we take this thing apart? I guess we should. So with 1911s, I've seen it done 2 different ways. I've seen people take out the recoil spring and the cup that it sits in before they take the slide off and after. I was always taught to do it after, so that's how we're going to do it. But anyway, there's a little cutout on the slide. If you're new to 1911s, cutout on the slide, there's a little tiny cutout right behind it. We're going to line that up with the slide stop, and then from the other side, we're going to push, there we go, push the slide release out. It comes right out, and then the slide comes right off. Now this is the tricky part with some 1911s. This bushing that's in here, the recoil spring, you have to be really careful and keep pressure on it, because as I turn this, it's under a lot of spring tension and it's gonna want to shoot out. I did a good job. So here's the cup that it sits in. Here's the spring. Get off of there. There's the standard 1911 spring. And then there is a full-length steel guide rod. Very nice, very heavy. And then the barrel is a 5-inch barrel. Oh, I'm sorry. The bushing, I gotta turn it back the other way so we can take it off. Barrel, I was saying, 45 ACP. It is covered in gun butter. Gross. 1 in 16 twist, 45 ACP, 5-inch barrel. Again, basic standard barrel, nothing crazy, nothing expensive. You guys can take a look at the dimensions. Again, it's fairly light, unloaded without a magazine. It's only 28 ounces. And then 800-ish. You know, it really depends on which version you get, which color, etc., etc. But Kimber definitely delivers a more affordable 1911 for those who don't want to spend $1 million. All right, testing. As always, the first thing we do, we're going to talk about gun butter for the 5th time in one video. This video is how many times can I mention gun butter in one video. We lube it up with gun butter before we hit to the range. We always do that with all the guns. They're great, great lube, and I want to make sure the gun is set up for success every single time. If you want, you can get gun butter at Midwest Gunworks and Primary Arms if you're wondering. Alright, we did a lot of drawing from the holster. Obviously, the whole point of me taking this gun out and shooting this gun was to get dust off my skills with my chest rig and get ready to be out in the woods in New Hampshire. So, most of the shooting I did was just drawing from the holster, put a couple of rounds on range, get comfortable with that motion, and get comfortable not flagging your support hand, not flagging anyone near you. Chest rigs are great, but you can very easily flag your arm, and I've never shot myself in the arm before, but something tells me it would not be good. In total, we shot about 200 rounds down the barrel. Drew from the holster, I don't know, probably 50 times. Like I said, the 7-round magazine was flawless, no issues, no problems. I tried 3 different 7-round magazines. Battery died because I'm still a rookie and I don't know what I'm doing. I think I was saying that the three or four different 7-round magazines I tried were flawless, didn't have any problems. Most of the time the 10-round magazine was good to go, but a few times loading the first round on the 10-round magazine, it did have a problem. Again, I don't know if it's this magazine, I don't know if it's the gun, I don't know if it's a combination. I don't actually have another 1911 to try it in and narrow it down, but I still wanted to make sure you knew all about it. All right, pros, lightweight, very, very lightweight, 28 ounces. Very lightweight for 1911. The color is awesome. I love the FDE color. Really, really sharp looking 1911. It's made in the States at a decent price, that $800-ish. It's tough to complain. Cons. Bummer that some of the 10-round magazines, that 10-round magazine didn't work, but again, it could be the magazine. I don't know. Again, just wanted to throw it out there. And I still wanted to have an optics cut. I know a lot of you 1911 purists don't like that, but every single gun, including budget-friendly 1911, should have an optics cut, in my opinion. Overall, I think if you're looking for a budget-friendly 1911, should probably be on your list, right up there with Smith and Ruger, and who else did I write down? Smith, Ruger, Kimber, Springfield, you know, all those roughly in the same price range, decent 1911s. They should all be on your list. Figure out which one works for you and then go from there. All right, let me thank my coworker Antonio for loaning me this 1911. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. I should probably stop talking and focus so I can put it back together. But thank you, Antonio. I appreciate him loaning me this so I could get my practice on. Gun Butter, again, is available at Primary Arms and Midwest Gunworks. Crossbreed holsters are the bomb. Code Tiberious 20. Save yourself 20%. And I just said the bomb, didn't I? Wow, that's pretty big. We have some swag if you want to support the channel. This is the best way to do so. The link is down in the video description. The shirts are soft, athletic, really, really high quality. Link is down there. Most important, though, thank you for watching. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Hope I didn't ramble on too much like I normally do. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time. If you think I deserve it, like, comment, subscribe, enable the bell notification. Santa loves 1911, so you can't say anything bad about 1911s in the comment section. Santa carries a 1911. I don't know if you know that. You say something bad, you're going to get coal for Christmas. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!